And here were the Bulls earlier, filling into the arena. A serious look on their faces, knowing it always takes a big effort to pick up a road win in the NBA. Thanks for joining us on a picture-perfect Sunday night for some NBA on 2K Sports. And tonight, we've got the Minnesota Timberwolves playing against the Chicago Bulls. This is Brian Anderson at the table with basketball royalty, Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, our reporter. And a look at the starters for the Bulls. We've got Smith, and it's the kid in at the 4 spot. And for the Timberwolves, Edwards at the 2 with McDaniels at the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's the captain in at the 1. Pretty interesting backcourt matchup here, Grant, with a lot of star power at the guard positions on both sides.
And, you know, traditionally, B.A., when big guys match up, it's all about the power. But this contest is about finesse. Who can outplay and outsmart the competition?
Tip-off goes to Minnesota. And here's Edwards. The 3 is up. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Here's Skinny. And the layup is good.
What a move that time. Crossed up the whole building on that play.
Here's the captain. Driving in. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall. Inside, Lee. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
Here's the captain. His last outing, we saw him score 22. He gets it in there.
Making a statement here early. Going right to the rack. I love it.
Yeah, that's how he rolls. I mean, intimidate the opponent right now.
Nice shot by Skinny.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using it. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Edwards. 33 points last game. McDaniels can't hit.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. Here's the kid. Against Brooklyn, he was really on his game. 4 on the clock. Lee misses.
Most nights this shot would have been his, but the defender gave him just enough trouble.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
And, you know, the impressive ascension of Randle has been a lot of fun to watch. I mean, he's a double-double threat who plays with relentless energy.
With his size and skill set, Julius Randle can be a walking mismatch.
You put a big man on him, and he will blow right by him. Now, if you go small, he'll drag him to the block. So when Randle is focused and involved, he is a monster to deal with.
The free throw drops for Randle. Well, Chris Finch has done a nice job with this group, Clark. Just seems like he needs a playmaker or two around Anthony Edwards.
That's a pretty good observation, B.A. I mean, there's no doubting Anthony Edwards stardom. I mean, he's going to be one of the better players of this era, I would think. But you're right. He needs help. It's a team game. He can't do it alone.
So he gets them both.
Two-part equation. You have to be aggressive enough to get to the line, then talented enough to sink them.
Pass to Skinny from deep three-point land. And the Bulls get it back. The kid passes to Skinny. The 3 ball. He can't hit that time. Minnesota's gone 0 for 2 from outside. Here's the captain. A top-tier scorer, averaging a little under 25 points a contest. Fires for 3. And it's Lee with the rebound.
1 of 5 to start the game. They have to slow down and just play their brand of basketball.
Pass to Skinny. Smith with it. Here's the kid. A steady force on their offense. Recording around 14.5 a game. Fades and shoots. And the shot is good off the backboard.
Fading back. Nobody there to even challenge him.
And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Here's Gobert. Nice D from Vucevic.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
A nice shot by Smith.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Here's the captain, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Smith. 43 points last game out. Skinny, no good.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Here's Edwards, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Well, Clark, we know Anthony Edwards is a great hooper, but how would you rate his acting ability?
Hey, I thought he was quite good. To be honest with you, DA, in that Hoops movie, he was playing the bad guy, the villain role. Ant has a huge personality. We saw that on the big screen. Perhaps a second career for him when he's done terrorizing the NBA.
First free throw is good. Most NBA fans are looking ahead to the playoffs. But what's on the mind of the players at this point of the season, Grant?
Well, B.A., focusing just on the postseason is a big mistake. Players know you have to be focused on the task at hand. You have to stay in the moment. Only think about that game right in front of you.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Hey, like a lot of guys, Edwards rides momentum as a player. When his confidence is soaring, so is his activity level.
And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it. As the playoffs draw closer, here's what the East looks like. You look at the Bulls, they're in the pole position right now for the top seed in the conference.
Checking out the Bulls, their fans were expecting a lot from this team this year, and they haven't disappointed them. It's been a terrific season, and they're far from done yet heading into the playoffs.
It's obvious their eyes have been squarely on the postseason for a while. It'll be fascinating to see if the regular season dominance carries over.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Skinny passes to Smith. Here's the kid. Check by Randall. Pass to Lee. Over McDaniels. And again, no good by Chicago.
Well, the defense refusing to give up anything easy. Love seeing that kind of intensity.
Fires in the triple.
You know, he's evolving his offense over time, Julius Randle, and I think the coaching staff is happy to see it. They like to see him take and make these shots.
Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
And in the last meeting, they were the better defensive team. They were the disruptors, causing turnovers all over the place.
Very satisfying performance, and one they'll look to repeat tonight. I mean, they ended up winning it going away.
Check out the story for Anthony Edwards. Lee, the pass to Skinny. Vucevic against Gobert. The fadeaway. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
And on defense, you have to do a lot to bother Vucevic. I mean, he's so smooth, even under pressure.
Here's the captain. And a nice finish on the layup. The captain's got 6.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Smith passes to the kid. Here's Skinny. Lets it fly. Edwards pulls it in.
He's been off this whole period. Unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
Showing quickness off the dribble, something that separates Randall from most other power forwards.
Chicago trailing here. Here's Skinny. Counted. Make that 3 of 7 so far for him.
Able to get to the hoop with those nice handles, leading to an easy finish.
Pass to McDaniels. Here's the captain. Randall outside. 5 to shoot. For 3. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
And you know, here's the thing. Few young players generate fouls the way Randall does.
And he's good on the first of 3. He hits the second from the line.
And I love how they've been the aggressors on the offensive end. So unafraid of contact, looking to score points in the lane and at the free throw line.
A big disparity in the free throws, and that's been a big boost to their offense.
And he nails the third.
And they're doing a great job of earning their trips to the line.
Boy, I love that attack mentality. Get in there and force the officials to make a call.
Lee, the pass to Vucevic. They get the rebound. Here's Lee. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Nets in Brooklyn.
And he really dominated, working hard to control the glass.
Here's Edwards. After the basket by Chicago. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Capable of finding his open guys. Edwards getting better at improving his overall floor awareness. Nice to see.
Pass to Lee. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Jaden McDaniels picks one up.
The officials were right on top of that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And the first one at the line is good. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Reed's checked in for Julius Randle. Alexander Walker comes in for McDaniels. And it's DiVincenzo in for Edwards. Hits both from the stripe. Here's the captain. 6 points for him. Into the lane. Pass to Reed. Fires the 3. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
They keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
The Bulls with another miss.
surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Here's the captain. Good efficiency. He's drained 4 out of 5.
You know you're doing something right when you... find yourself... up double digits in the first period.
Well, they're doing everything right. How about that? I mean, this could turn into a blowout very quickly.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Naz Reid. That's his first foul of the game. On defense, the Timberwolves. 10-point lead. Ooh, it's stolen away.
Slick move that time. Excellent timing and fast hands lead to the steal.
For Chicago, they've gotten 8 of 16 attempts to fall. Smith outside. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
Simply out of control. Already 3 fouls for him now. I think he may need to take a seat here soon.
Here's the captain, covered by Smith. Outside, DiVincenzo. On the wing, Alexander Walker. Pass to the captain. Clock is at 3. 4-3. And it's Chicago with a board.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Lee, the pass to Skinny. Releases. The Bulls with another miss. Minnesota's gone 3 of 7 from beyond the arc in the first. Well, Grant, some think of Gobert as just a defensive specialist, but he's proven to be more than that.
Yeah, B.A., I like how Rudy uses his height to his advantage inside. Focuses on taking high percentage shots that come to him naturally. And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high impact defense they want to see out of him.
Timeout. And Minnesota calls time here. They're coming off that loss against Denver.
Just a tough road loss. You're going against players who are comfortable shooting in their own building. You have to find a way to disrupt their focus.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. Much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
And now it's time to look at the teams that have really impressed shooting from the field during the last 10 games. Second, the Bulls.
Recently, they've been effective in getting good looks. Field goal percentages are typically tied to the quality of your shots.
Reid passes to the captain. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. And the basket by Gobert.
So far, they've had the advantage on the boards.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
Here's Skinny. He was another key contributor in that win against Brooklyn. money. Clock at 6. Pass to Smith. Fade away. And it's in. Off the glass. Smith's got his second basket of the game.
Gorgeous, gorgeous fadeaway there. I mean, that's one way to beat some tight defense.
Here's the captain, covered by Smith. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Chicago has gone 0 for 4 from deep to start this one. And he throws it down with one hand.
And when Ball has the ball, it's in good hands. He can run the offense, no doubt.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Out to the right wing. Here's the captain. Good. 5 for 9 shooting so far.
You want to run your offense through him. A reliable scoring option.
To the left wing. Here's Smith. Tried to bank it in, but it misses. Minnesota in the lead. Pass to Alexander Walker. Here is DiVincenzo. Here's the captain, covered by Smith, with the fadeaway. And it's Chicago with a board. Vucevic has got 4 rebounds in the game. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Minnesota.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
Man, they're just having their way, bullying the other team in the painted area, imposing their will down there whenever they want.
And he drops it first. Both shots good from the stripe. 1:19 left in the opening quarter. Down low. Here's the captain. Blocked.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
Now here's Ball. Still without a bucket. Pass to Vucevic. Yes, sir, and it's Ball with the assist that time.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Here's the captain, covered by Smith. The captain, pass to Reed. Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota. Chicago trailing here. The kick out to Ball. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Here's Alexander Walker. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Oh, he has a lot of tools in the toolkit. That right there was just one of them.
Here's Skinny. He has 6. It's blocked by Gobert.
Love the way Gobert goes after shots. He blocks quite a few and alters many more.
Here's Alexander Walker. Pass to the captain. 1 second left. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Minnesota leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. Back after this. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
It's simple. Offensively, they limited their turnovers. Defensively, they forced turnovers.
Yeah, I like the way they forced a ton of turnovers and then took advantage of those turnovers with opportunistic baskets.
Well, the Bulls shooting the ball at 48% so far. We've got Anthony Edwards. Naz Reid out there with Rudy Gobert. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's the captain in at the 1. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. Here's Edwards. Pass to the captain. There's the triple. And it's Lee with the rebound.
Man, just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Naz Reid.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
First free throw is good. So, Grant, if you were a GM and you could choose one young player to build around, who would it be?
Wow, that's a great question. I mean, B.A., I think you have to go with Victor Wembanyama. I know he's a young fella. He just got drafted. But the upside is so huge for this young man. His talent, his skill, his size. He is the next iteration of Kevin Durant, in my opinion. And I would go with him. He's got a lot of runway in front of him, a lot of years to get better, get stronger, and to win championships.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
And he drives in. Let's go with a 3. Here's Gobert. And Gobert cleans up the miss.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's Lee. Off target with the 3.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
The shot by Alexander-Walker, no good. Chicago has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Anthony Edwards carries a swagger about him. He said, quote, "I am the most confident person in the world. I've always felt like I'm the best at everything I did." Coach Finch said, quote, "He is super confident, he's real, and he's genuine. A lot of guys have a confidence that hides in insecurity. He is not that. He knows who he is as a person and as a player." Brian?
Yeah, great point. Thank you, Allie. Edwards. It's good. And now an 8-point Minnesota lead.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards? Confident in taking on defenders and finishing.
Here's Lee. Reid defending. Lee misses. The Timberwolves have got just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. The captain pass to Edwards. And the basket is good. Edwards has got 6.
Hey, he's so strong in the upper body. You're not going to alter Edwards' shot with just a little bump.
Pass to Lee. Puts it up from 12. And it's good. 2 points. 10 points for him. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. And Minnesota calls time here.
All right, that was a Timberwolves dance. Make some noise.
As we near the postseason, let's see where the West is shaken out. Taking a look at Minnesota, currently 8th in their conference. They're hoping to keep that playoff spot.
Seeing where the Timberwolves are, they've had some terrific moments this season. But where's the big leap upward that we've been waiting for?
Yeah, and you know, we've seen them enough to know by now they're not going to make that switch from good to great at this point. Not this year anyway.
Conley finds McDaniels. Back to Conley. Shot clock at 6. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Edwards can't hit.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be. But so far, that's not been the case.
Here's Lee. And that's up and in. 5 for 12 in this game.
It's never easy trying to keep him off the glass. He's an absolute beast down there.
Outside McDaniels. Conley looking for an opening. Pass to Alexander Walker. Deflected. And they'll get another chance. Here's Edwards. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Chicago trailing here. To the paint.
The great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
Tipped. Here's Money. 14 points for him last game against Brooklyn. Pass to Lee. Here's Alexander Walker. The kick out to Edwards. Here's Alexander Walker. He's averaging almost 5 points a game. Just 4 to shoot. For 3, Conley. And it's Chicago with a board. Lee's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Dosunmu, the pass to the kid. Up and in on the layup.
Boys, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
And so Conley will bring it up for Minnesota. They've led by as much as 10. Pass to Alexander Walker. Back to Conley. It's McDaniels on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. To stop the drought. The kid with a rebound. The Kid's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
And Minnesota calls time here.
Yeah, they're hoping to turn things around with this timeout.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
See who the best rookie rebounders have been during the last 10 games. Now Conley. No made baskets yet. Pass to Reed. Poke loose. Inside. Money with the bucket. Money's got 8.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Over to the wing. Now here's Reed. Tightly guarded. It's Edwards on the wing. 6 points for him. Clock at 6. On the wing, Alexander Walker. The Timberwolves again can't hit. The Bulls have gone 6 of 11 here in the second quarter. Here's Dosunmu. 13 points in the win against the Nets in Brooklyn.
So much of the offense ran through him. Looking at the assist total, we saw how unselfish he can be.
Outside Conley. It's Edwards on the wing. With the drive. And that one good. Give him 8 points now.
Edwards is so physically developed already. Just brushes off the contact there. Really strong drive by Edwards.
And the Bulls call time here.
Adjustments are a part of every game and every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And we got a quick moment to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Rudy Gobert.
Unfortunately, we've seen his ability as a rebounder take a back seat these past few seasons. And I'd like to see him refocus on that element of his game. You can never have enough rebounds, in my opinion.
And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Vucevic.
Unforced turnovers. They'll drive your coach insane.
And here's Gobert. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Randall, left side. Here's Lee. DiVincenzo covering. That one doesn't drop.
A perfect example of how to protect the rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
The captain, pass to Randall. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. And now just a 1-point Bulls lead. Here's Skinny. He's got 6. Looking to get back on track. And he lays it in. Skinny's got 8 points.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Outside Edwards. Over to the left wing. And it's Randall that time on the assist from Edwards. Randall's got 5 points in the quarter.
For Randall, another bucket. He continues to expand his offensive game.
Here's Skinny. Give him 8 points now. Here's the kid. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Here's Skinny. A steady offensive force, averaging around 32.5 a game.
He's turned it on here in the second quarter, getting his offensive game on track.
Now here's DiVincenzo. And it's Chicago with a board. Smith passes to Skinny.
I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized, defense pays.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
And he jams it home with authority.
Show us what you got, young fella. Anthony Edwards, love to see you operate like that.
Once again, an explosive highlight on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Skinny passes to Smith. Randall pulls down the board. The Timberwolves trail. Pass to Edwards. Fires the three. Chicago grabs the miss. Vucevic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Skinny. And he drains the quick shot. Skinny's got 12.
And what a tough shot. It's almost as if he can't miss right now.
And he knows it. You can see it. Body language, the confidence. Real swagger out there for him.
Here's the captain. He's got 10. And that one's good. Here's Skinny. Pass to the kid. To the middle. And Gobert with a block. Outside Edwards. That three's off the mark.
And their free throws have dropped off in this quarter. They're settling for...
Oh, big finish! Man.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that, guys.
Hey, he's doing whatever he can right now to pump up his teammates.
1:14 left in the half. Skinny, no good. It's a neck-and-neck game here in Minneapolis. Edwards with it. He's got 13. And the officials will call the illegal screen here. And the upcoming schedule for the Minnesota Timberwolves. On Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Steven Adams and the Houston Rockets. Then on Wednesday, they'll host the Toronto Raptors.
In that game against the Suns, anything can happen in the NBA, but they'll be a heavy favorite, and it would take a total meltdown for them to lose.
Here's Lee. He's got 19. It's good from the top of the key. Lee's got 13 points in this quarter.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist. In the first quarter, I thought he did a great job getting to the line, but he's been a little less physical as the game's gone on.
2 shots.
First one falls. And Randall drops them both. There's 42 seconds left in the first half. Smith outside. Going inside. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Here's the captain. 12 points for him. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. 2:45 on the clock. Fades back. Count it. The captain's got 14 points for the game. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Bulls out in front, up by 3. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here. If your name is Shaquille O'Neal, raise your hand, please. If your name is Shaquille O'Neal, raise your hand, please. I guess Shaq's not here today. If your name is Kenny the Jet Smith, raise your hand, please. And I'm Kevin Harlan. Chicago holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They have a narrow 3-point lead. Kenny, what's your viewpoint?
The passing is what kept the offense rolling. The communication has been tremendous. Guys are working as a unit and not as individuals. They've got to repeat that kind of ball movement in the second half.
Shaq, what do you think about Minnesota?
Can't believe the coach hasn't been screaming for better looks. They've been letting it fly from the cheap seats with almost nothing to show. You've got to tighten up and get smart before the game gets away. Coach, talk to your team.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Second half underway. Here's who Billy Donovan's got on the floor. They've got Nikola Vucevic, and it's Lee in at the 3. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
Good idea with the fadeaway, but the defense was just all over it.
Well, Clark, no question which end of the floor Rudy Gobert makes his biggest impact.
Yeah, he's a demoralizing defender. I mean, his height and reach give him some significant advantages, but it's more than that. You don't win multiple Defensive Player of the Year awards just because you're tall and long. You got to have some toughness. You got to have some anticipation and timing and the willingness to get down and dirty.
Skinny, no good.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Here's Edwards. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Yeah, and you know, when Edwards is aggressive, I think it forces defenders to try to get physical back, and when he's close to the rim, he usually is able to draw the foul as a result.
First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Edwards. Chicago leading. Second half getting started. About a minute played. The offensive rebound. Lee misses.
Boy, they need to pick it up here now. I mean, they're 0 of 4 coming out of the break.
For the lead. No good. Ooh, excellent D there from Smith. For Chicago, they've gone 0 for 4. Not the way they want to start the second half.
Offense has been hard to come by so far. A much-needed bucket right there.
Yeah, it's been a defensive battle to say the least, partner. Good to see at least somebody got the ball in the basket. Finally. Clearly out of sync to begin this half. 0 for their first 3 attempts.
It's blocked by Gobert. Here's Vucevic. The kid passes to Vucevic over Gobert, and he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron.
Boy, nothing like shooting shots you know you can make. Vucevic shooting that one with confidence.
Here's Edwards. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
You wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the glass.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized, defense pays.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for your Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards.
Free throw good, Edwards. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Skinny. He's got 12. Lee, the pass to the kid. Here's Skinny. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Here's the captain. He's got 14. Back to Daniels. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Blocked! Here's Lee, guarded by Edwards. The 17-footer. Lee misses.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense.
Edwards can't hit. Well, Chicago's shooting just about 33% since this second half started. Knocked loose.
5th in fewest turnovers per game, and they make use of a majority of their opportunities from the line. Finishing top 10 overall in this category, a team you shouldn't foul.
And let's go back to the transition game. They run the break as well as anybody. You might outwork them, but you're not going to outrun them. Time called here. The Timberwolves decide to talk it over. And as we head into this break, the players have an opportunity to replenish their energy with Gatorade as they prepare to go into the final stages of this ballgame.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, not to mention over the course of a season, you have to stay hydrated. If you don't, it's amazing how much slower your body is to bounce back. It can have a serious effect on performance, no question.
Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams are getting it done in their transition offense. Number 1, Minnesota. 4th, the Bulls.
It's been fun watching these two teams push the pace in transition. These are two squads that love scoring and do it as quickly as possible.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. And it's Lee with the rebound. Lee's got a rebound number 12 here already in the game.
They are just owning the boards right now.
That's been the key to this lead. I mean, they've really dominated the glass. So good at getting to his spots and then cashing in, making the game look easy.
There's the drive, the captain, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Smith. Outside Edwards. A step-back shot. That one's good for 2. Edwards got 20.
Nice mid-range J from Edwards there. He's obviously not too concerned about what the analytics say about that shot.
And the Bulls call time here.
And something fans don't always get to see, some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
Reed's checked in for Gobert. And the Bulls also making a change. Dosunmu, he's checked in for Vucevic. Here's Skinny. He's got 14. Drives to the hoop. A strong finish under heavy pressure from the D. Skinny's got 16 points. The Timberwolves trail. Here's the captain. He's got 14 for 3. Randall, and the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
The shot that Randall has added to his repertoire. Shooting the 3 with confidence now.
To the inside. Oh, deflected. Smith passes to the kid. Here's Lee. Shot from the top of the key. Offensive rebound.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Here's the captain, covered by Smith. Randall outside. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
And saying, you want a piece of this? Randall easily getting the better of that exchange.
Here's Dosunmu. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Here's the kid. Nice work on the boards, paying off with a basket.
They're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Randall finds McDaniels. From the line, the kid with a rebound. The kid's got rebound number 13 tonight with that one to the paint. Here's Lee. Oh, rejected by McDaniels.
The length of McDaniels, a big factor at both ends.
Great to see players still working the in-between areas. There wasn't much resistance defensively.
Here's Edwards. Rebound by the Bulls. The kid's got 14 rebounds tonight, going after it. Down low. Here's Smith. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. And it's an 11-point Chicago lead. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Reed for 3. Hits the trifecta. Reed's got 6.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Chicago calls timeout.
It's Caesar Menendez. Make some noise.
Chicago leading. On the break. And it's Chicago with a board.
He did everything in his power to make that a hard shot.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
And another three from Minnesota.
And their perimeter shooting numbers have been up since the start of the second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
It was a strong move. The shot's just a little off.
Boy, with all the contact he drew there, that would have been a heck of a bucket. He nearly got it to go.
And he makes the first. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And here's Randall. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. 9-point game. Up top, Edwards. The turnaround. The kid with a rebound. The kid's got his 16th rebound on the night. Lee got it from about 16 feet. Lee's got 29.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Here's Skinny. They lead by 11, largest margin of the game. With the second effort, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. They'll pin that one on Julius Randle. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
They feel like they have an advantage inside, and so far they have done an excellent job exploiting it.
And the thing I've seen that I've really been impressed by is they've gotten everybody involved, unselfishly making that extra pass, getting that ball to the right guy at the right time for the good shot.
First one falls for him. And so he hits both. Now here's Conley. No points so far. Pass to Reed. Three-pointer. And the three-pointer goes.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Here's Lee. Here's Skinny. 18 points for him.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that guy.
Oh, I'm doing damage above the rim. That was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
First personal foul. Team foul.
Here's Conley. Pass to Edwards. Outside Conley. 6 to shoot. Shot is good by Edwards. Edwards has got 9 points now in the quarter.
Not afraid to mix it up down low. Edwards is a big guard. Really put together nicely. He's got a great body.
Oh, there's the alley. And stolen by Edwards. Now here's DiVincenzo. Pass to Conley. Randall left side. Outside Edwards. That's tipped. And a fast break now for the Bulls. Ball's going up the court. Here's Money. And it's rejected.
And you see Edwards trying to do this more, impose his will at the defensive end. Good job defensively that time.
.156 left in the third quarter. Lee, the pass to Money. Count the basket. Money's got 10.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Now here's Conley. Yet to see a basket. A minute and a half left in the third quarter. From 10 feet away. The kid, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Time and time again, they're creating good looks from close range.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
Here's Lee. Here's the kid. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Here's Lee. Give him 31 now. Edwards pulls it in. Back to Conley. Edwards looking for an opening. Shot clock at 6. And he lays it up and in. Edwards got 11 points here in the second half.
Boy, tonight just gives you a picture of the potential of Edwards. I mean, this guy is an electrifying scoring guard.
Here's Lee, guarded by Edwards. Pass to Skinny. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. Skinny's got 10 points in the quarter.
Such a graceful move, showing off the floater game.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls in control with a 16-point advantage heading into the break. They've been fantastic pushing the ball. Fast break points a key to this lead. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. Head coach Billy Donovan is mic'd up along the sidelines. Let's check it out.
Guys, good job hitting ahead. That means we're running, which is good, okay? We've got to pay attention right now, okay, and what we're doing coming out of timeouts.
Pushing the action, fast pace. Billy Donovan wants to keep them rolling.
Yeah, they're doing a good job in transition. You need to stay focused and be efficient.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Naz Reid out there with Rudy Gobert. Then there's Mike Conley. Then there's McDaniels. And it's the captain in at the point guard position. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Lee uses the glass on the layup. Lee's got 33 points.
Clutch buckets. He's paving the way as they hit the home stretch.
Pass to McDaniels. Here's the 3. And it's Chicago with a board. Here's Lee. Herder up top. With his first shot attempt. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. The captain, that's good.
Boy, what a nifty play off the dribble there. Creates barely enough space to get off the shot.
Here's Dosunmu. Inside, here's the kid. Good D by Gobert.
Showing great intensity around the rim. It's part of why he's a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
For Chicago, they've gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Here's Dosunmu. Reed defending. And the basket by Lee. Lee's got 15 points in just the second half.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's the captain. Pass to Reed. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Herter. Here's Money. And he goes in for the dunk.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
And so it's Minnesota with it after the basket by Chicago.
Nice work defensively. Meeting him up top and forcing the miss.
And he's headed to the line for 2. He gets the whistle there.
And, man, looking good from the line so far this half.
100% since halftime. Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, from broadcasting to team ownership, heading USA Basketball, Grant, what drives you to do so much these days?
Well, B.A., I'm an active guy, and I had a great playing career. But the things I wasn't able to do because of the injury, I think, left me even more motivated to excel and try new things in this next chapter of my life.
And he makes both free throws. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's the captain. Pass to Reed. Can they get it? Ooh, give him his 5th make of the game in 10 attempts.
The defense had him confused early on, but he's responded in the second half with some assertive play.
Here's Lee. Puts up a deep 3. Reed with the rebound.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Here's Conley. Chicago grabs the miss. The kid's got his 20th rebound here tonight. Conley against Herter. Lee on the wing. Puts up a 3. Knocks down the long J. Lee's got 39.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
Now, this is just too easy for Conley. The D can't allow him to get this close to the basket.
Lee on the wing. McDaniels covering. Outside Herter. Pass to the kid. Outside Herter. And he lobs it up.
Great teamwork and great timing.
Oh, spectacular play.
And the crowd got their jaws dropped on that one. Total disbelief.
The captain. Pass to Conley. It's McDaniels on the wing. Lets it go from 11. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And the NBA's TV deal expires after next season. What are you hearing about where things are headed, Grant?
Well, B.A., the league seems focused on greater access for the fans, especially the cord cutters. So with more games on broadcast TV and possibly a streaming package as well.
And he makes a first.
And they've done well from the free throw line this half. No misses yet.
And that efficiency, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You
got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Guys like McDaniels, who can guard just about any position on the floor, extremely valuable these days.
Pass to Dosunmu. Smith outside. Here's Lee. And the Bulls tack on 2 more. The Timberwolves have gotten 4 of 9 shots to go in during this fourth quarter. Here's the captain. The long distance 3 is buried. The captain's got 21 points in the game.
Draining his first 3 of the game, no doubt hoping to build up a little momentum from outside.
Pass to Lee. Now Smith. And they're on the run. Here's McDaniels. Flushes it down to finish the break.
A defensive stalwart, McDaniels, causing a turnover there. Jaden affects the game on this end of the floor quite nicely.
Here's Skinny. Here's Lee. Rebound Minnesota. The captain's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And here's Conley. Chalk up 2 there.
Look at the toughness from Conley. He's seen a lot in this league and won't go down easy.
Now Smith. Pass to Skinny. Here's the kid. Lee on the wing. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. It's going to be on Naz Reid.
Taking 3 shots.
And he hits the first of 3. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Randall, he's checked in for Reed. And it's Edwards in for Conley. Good on the second one. It's good, and he's 100% from the line thus far. Minnesota's gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Here's the captain, covered by Smith. Here's Gobert. He gets it in there.
It's too easy for him when he's that close. The defense has to put a body on Gobert inside.
Here's Skinny. Pass to Lee. The deep 3. Sinks it. What range from downtown. Lee's got 47 points for Minnesota. They've gotten 8 of 13 shots to find the basket in the fourth quarter. Here's Edwards. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Earlier they held a 23-point lead. Here's Skinny. McDaniels covering.
Nice touch on both ends of that alley-oop.
Hey, when he let go of the pass, I had no idea what he was going for.
Neither did the defense.
Outside Edwards. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by Skinny.
After hitting 1 3 in the first half, he's been...
Oh, wow! Oh,
what's out below?
Big finish.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year.
Without question, a crowd pleaser to the 10th degree.
Now here's Gobert. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
From in close, it's game over when Gobert has the ball.
Here's Skinny. Pass to Lee. Launches a 3. Good. He hits again.
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now. Here's the captain, covered by Smith. Here's Dosunmu. Tips it up. Another one falls. Amazing. Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
BA, it feels like he can't miss.
Out to the right wing. Here's the captain. And it's Lee with the rebound. Chicago has gone 4 of 6 from deep thus far in the fourth. Skinny. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Outside Edwards. Oh, you look at the size of the contracts now. Clark, you wish you could still lace them up?
Hey, it's all relative, BA. Guys that played way before me probably felt the same way about the money we were making in the mid-'80s, so it's relative. But it is quite astronomical. But it is a function of TV contract revenue and also merchandising and other income from ticket sales and the like, and that number is humongous, and the players deserve a significant portion of that, and that's why the math, as crazy as it looks, still works.
Shot is good by Edwards.
1 this half, 2 for the game. Staying active from beyond the arc.
Here's Lee. And again, it's Chicago with a 3.
He's going off this quarter. A huge reason why this team is on top.
The captain, the pass to Randall. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Randall's got 24.
Boy, he's doing everything he can at this point. The rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
Here's Skinny. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
And if it doesn't, this is only going to get uglier. I mean, that's no way to defend a player of his caliber.
Here's the captain. Here's Gobert. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
Even against the good contest, Gobert stays committed, focused, and gets it to go.
Here's Skinny. We've had some all-time great players chosen outside the lottery, Clark. Who do you think is the biggest draft day steal?
You know, Giannis and Kawhi Leonard were each taken at 15, but man, it's hard to not put Jokic at the top of this list. He was drafted as the 41st pick in his draft year. It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there. Really hard to think of things they didn't do well in this one. Certainly a dominant night on offense for the Bulls.
And they were on fire tonight. Fantastic offensive performance, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., they really shot the ball well. I mean, their coach has to be beyond thrilled with how well they played.
And this is one of the best teams we have ever seen. 69 wins this year. Wow.
And that's a sweep of the season series. It's clear who the matchup favored. I wish they could have seen more of these guys.
Yeah, you know, I thought the result might be a little different this time around, but clearly I was mistaken. Now they'll have to wait till next year for a shot at revenge.
And what a huge performance it was for Lights Out.
Boy, this game really had his name all over it. I mean, he relished being the guy to carry the load offensively.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exit.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
One side.
.36 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Pass to Smith. Here's the kid. Check by Randall. Here's Lee. Over McDaniels. And again, it's Chicago.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
Beyond the arc. And another three for Minnesota. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Lee. So it's the Bulls winning this one easily. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory. They controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Clark Kellogg, this is Brian Anderson thanking you all for tuning in tonight. And we'll see you next time.